Good afternoon. Those of you that are coming in, there are spots up on top. We'll give you another 2 minutes to get settled and we'll begin. Good afternoon. Welcome to a beautiful Sunday. After nervously watching weather forecasts for the last week, we got lucky and really blessed with a beautiful day. Welcome to the 155th Commencement exercises of Winona Senior High School. Before the Commencement program begins, please take a moment to silence your phones and electronic devices. Also, please hold your applause until all names have been read so that everyone can hear their name. Thank you. Please stand to welcome the Winona Senior High School class of 2025. Please remain standing as Winona Senior High School Band, under the direction of Mr. Russell Diggins and Mr. Tim Gleason, performs our national anthem. Please be seated. For 155 years, Winona Senior High School has had the privilege of honoring graduates through commencement, and as part of the ceremony, the superintendent has the role of welcoming the graduates and their families and friends. I present to you our superintendent, Mr. Brad Brzezinski.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 155th annual commencement ceremony for Winona Senior High School. My name is Brad Brzezinski and I'm proud to serve as the superintendent of Winona Area Public Schools. Today is a day of celebration. First and foremost, it's a day to celebrate these graduates that are seated in front of us. However, we're also here to recognize and celebrate the many people who have helped them reach this moment. Our dedicated staff, supportive families, countless others who've walked alongside these students in their journey. To everyone here today, thank you. Thank you for the time, energy, encouragement, and care you've given. These graduates did not make it here alone. Each of you have played a meaningful role in their success. You should feel proud, not just of them, but of the part you've played in shaping their path. Graduates, join me, turn around, find your people, and let's give a round of applause to everybody who supported you along the way. Now, to turn my attention to our graduates. Yes, this graduation marks the end of a chapter. This exact group will never gather again. This day, this week, this school year have all been unique. They will never be repeated. But as we reflect, I hope you recognize the impact that you've had. You've made the difference in our schools and in our community. You've left it a better place than you found it. It means something to put on your orange and black and graduate as a Winhawk. I'm a proud Winhawk graduate myself, and I'm grateful for the experiences I had as a student coming through an area of public schools. I still think about the people that helped me along the way. Their names and faces clearly still in my mind. Graduates, I encourage you to take time to reflect on your journey, not just the last 4 years of high school, but your entire educational career. Graduation is a culmination of a much longer story. I encourage you to think about the names and faces that have been important for you along the way. Those could be staff members, family members, friends. Don't be afraid to reach out to those people and let them know what you've meant or what they've meant to you. Class of 2025, we're proud of all you've accomplished as students of Winona Area Public Schools. You've achieved success in so many areas, in the classroom, athletics, in the arts, and in our community. The diploma you'll receive today represents your hard work and dedication. This is a major milestone, and I encourage you to use it as a stepping stone to even greater success. I believe in the power of momentum, stacking one positive experience on top of another. So I challenge you with this question. How will you use this graduation, this diploma, to build positive momentum in your life? You control what's next, and I'm confident that you, our Winhawk graduates, are indeed college, career, and citizen ready. You're ready to continue down whatever path you choose next in your life. In a recent social media post celebrating our seniors, we used a line from Dr. Seuss that asks, "How did it get so late so soon?" That line certainly resonates with me today. As I look at our graduating class, I see students I first met as first graders, as I served as their principal, and even a few I've known their entire lives. Time truly does fly. Class of 2025, you made your mark. You were seen. You mattered. You've made a lasting difference in Winona Area Public Schools and in the greater Winona community. Once a Winhawk, always a Winhawk. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Brzezinski. Would you now please welcome our Winona Senior High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Matt Craig as they sing Sisi ni Moya. Winona Senior High School has a long tradition extending back to the 1950s of class members speaking at commencement exercises. This year, we have 3 young adults who will be speaking on subjects they have chosen as being appropriate for this occasion. It's with great pleasure that we present to you this year's class speakers. First, Keeli Meyer with her speech entitled, Our Power.
Why are we here today? Well, it is because over the past 4 years, all 220 of us have completed 27 credits worth of classes. Because of this, Winona Senior High School is awarding us with a high school diploma. We have demonstrated an understanding of school requirements and state standards. But what does this really mean? I think a high school diploma has more value than just the recognition that we were able to pass all of our classes. It serves as a symbol for all that we have accomplished, experienced, and learned for the entirety of our lives thus far. I bet we can agree that there has been a time when we have been in class and we think to ourselves, when am I ever going to use this information? In that moment, it may have felt unnecessary, but looking back, I have realized all of that time spent learning has taught us valuable skills that we can use for the rest of our lives. We have learned how to accomplish goals, work with others, think critically, and adapt to our surroundings. And through all of this, we have started to uncover who we are as individuals. High school doesn't just teach us content, it teaches us personhood. We have all walked the same hallways and grown together. And together, we have been exposed to new perspectives, made genuine friendships, and developed our independence. During these times, we have begun the journey of molding ourselves into the people we are meant to be in this world. Now, I want to preface that I believe our destinies are not predetermined. Each of us have the power to shape our futures. We can decide who our friends are, what our profession is, when we take action, where we live, why we are here, and how we live our lives. These are things that are all in our control. I'm told by those older than me, especially my mom, that there will be countless things that are not in our control. I think I can speak for many of us when I say that there have been times when I have had no control over a situation. Moments like that get the best of me. When I feel out of control, I feel powerless. Doubt starts to shadow my judgment. I am faced with 2 options. Let this shadow of uncertainty consume me, or understand why I am experiencing it. When I choose the latter, I am forced to reflect. I end up learning something about myself that helps develop my self-identity. For so long, I put extreme amounts of pressure on myself because I felt like I had to have my whole life planned out. But I have come to realize life is meant to be lived, not planned out. Everyone's journey is formulated especially for them. And like my mom always says, all you can do is try your best and have fun. We have the power to go after our ambitions, travel the world, better our community, and most importantly, be kind to one another. I think as a collective, we forget the great amount of power we each have. It takes only a few minutes out of our day to ask how another person is doing or give a genuine compliment. Although we are on individualized journeys, we are living life together. So can't we all look out after one another? We can use these skills we have learned to improve this world and leave it better than we found it. The black leather-bound book we will be receiving today represents the lessons and knowledge we have learned during our lives so far. We get to decide how we want to live our lives. The power is in our hands, and it's up to us what we are going to do with it. At this moment, we are given choices, an endless amount of choices. So, what will you choose?
Our next speaker is Kelsey Ulbrich with her speech, Finding Strength in the Struggle.
Standing here today with my diploma within arm's reach, it feels like I just dropped a heavy weight I didn't even realize I've been carrying. There's a sense of relief, a bit of pride, but if I'm being honest, there's some sadness too. Graduation is the end of one part of my life, but it's also the beginning of a new one. And I won't lie, it really terrifies me. And as I stand here, looking back on everything that led me here, I can't help but feel a bit stunned that I even made it. High school is nothing like what I imagined. It was a series of awkward moments and just trying to make it through without drawing attention. I was that one quiet kid that nobody knew. I wasn't the kid people talked about or even talked to most of the time. I was just there. It's a strange kind of loneliness, the kind where you're surrounded by so many people, but you still feel completely unseen. And I know for some of you that this is not unfamiliar. There were so many times when I wanted to give up, especially when anxiety and self-doubt felt like they were in control of my life. There were days when getting out of bed and going to class felt like the biggest accomplishment of the day. Everything felt harder, like I was barely keeping it together. There were even moments when I thought I wouldn't make it to the end of the year. And my grades? Let's just say they were a reflection of my emotional roller coaster. Some days, I didn't think I'd make it to this point, but somehow, through all the exhaustion, the tears, and the uncertainty, here I am. I just powered through on too much stubbornness and too much caffeine. But through all of it, I made it. Whenever I thought about giving up, something inside me refused to let go. I learned it wasn't the struggles that broke me, it was my determination to keep going. Every time I fell, I somehow found a way to stand back up. It was messy, but I survived the mess. I owe a lot of my strength to the people who were there when I couldn't hold it together. You know who you are. These individuals lifted me when I couldn't lift myself. They made me laugh when I felt like crying and reminded me that I wasn't alone. I will never be able to fully express how much I love you all just for being there. You've made all the difference in the world. And of course, to my parents. There were nights when I felt like I was breaking, completely lost in the stress, the pressure, the fear of not being enough, but my parents never let go. They held me through the tears, believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself, and loved me so much it pulled me back from the places I didn't know I could escape. They were my lifeline when I was drowning. I made it because they never stopped fighting for me, even when I wanted to give up. I love you, Mom and Dad. You guys helped me change a life for the better, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you guys. But let's be honest, high school wasn't just about the people who supported me. There were some people that made me question myself, my worth, and even my sanity. But in hindsight, I realized those moments actually helped me find my strength. These moments taught me to trust myself even when it was hard. So maybe I should thank them for the struggles they gave me because I wouldn't be who I am today without them. High school was challenging in so many ways. It was full of anxiety, loneliness, and moments that pushed me to my limits. It often felt like the world was against me, but strangely, those very things helped me become who I am today. High school forced me to confront my fears and anxieties and keep pushing forward, even when every part of me wanted to give up. It taught me resilience, to trust myself, and to stand tall even when everything around me crumbled. It wasn't easy, but it was the experience I needed to build the person I am today. So, to anyone who's ever felt invisible walking through crowded hallways or fought the battles behind classroom smiles, this is for you. To those who cried quietly at night after a long day of pretending everything was fine, who faced anxiety, pressure, heartbreak, and still showed up the next morning, I see you because I am you. I know what it's like to feel lost in the chaos of high school, to wonder if you'll ever truly be seen or understood. But hear me now, you made it. We made it. Through the long nights of studying, the overwhelming expectations, the silent struggles no one's ever noticed, you survived it all. That's not just strength, that is something extraordinary. You've already overcome so much more than anyone will ever know. You faced doubt, fear, failure, and still you kept going. That pain, that pressure, it does not define you. What defines you is the fact that even when it would have been easier to give up, you didn't. You rose up again and again. That is your power, and that is your legacy. So stand tall today, because this cap and gown aren't just fabric. They are proof of everything you've conquered. You're not just graduating, you're rising from the fire stronger, braver, and more powerful than you ever imagined. And this moment, it's yours.
Great job, Kelsey. Well done. Thank you, Kelsey. Our final speaker today is Sawyer Lech with his speech, The Bison and the Cow.
My fellow graduates, good afternoon. The 25 at the end of our password has finally arrived. Let us just take a moment to recognize where we are and how far we've come. How far we've come indeed. This is likely to be said at every graduation speech in history, but it bears repeating. Though I may not know it yet, life is hard. Hardship is a given when you're granted life on this planet. And a story I once heard was about the storm and how to respond to it. The example given was that when a storm is coming, cows on a pasture can feel it. Knowing the miseries that can come with a storm, the cows make the decision to turn the other way and run. Running from the storm does not help the cows, however. Because the storm can't be outrun, the cows are left to endure it for longer, as they are just moving with it. There is, however, an animal that is clever enough to go through the storm, to face it head on and move towards it. That animal is the American bison. By facing the hardship head on and going towards it, the storm isn't avoided. In fact, it's substantially shorter because going into hardship means it will eventually pass by quicker. I do like this story a lot, but there isn't a factor considered. What about the animals that welcome the storm? The ones that welcome the hardship? Why are the only two options in life to either avoid hardships for as long as possible until you're stuck in them for a long time, like the cow, or to tackle hardships head on, hoping to get them over with, like the bison? Why can't we be the ones to linger in the storm? I'm reminded of the quote by this person named Anonymous. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. Now, I'm not saying life is this one big, never-ending storm. However, if you always view hardship as a negative, how will you ever be happy? It is our duty to accept that life comes with different adversities. They make us stronger. They make us who we are. After a storm comes sunshine, and from discomfort comes growth. Most animals that favor storms like them because they bring something that they either need or want, particularly rain. These animals thrive from something that is typically viewed as negative. That, to me, is revolutionary. To quote the German aviator Dieter Uchtdorf, "It is your reaction to adversity, not adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop." When we leave here today, most of us will be greeted with the storms that come with life. We cannot be the cow or the bison. We must accept that hardship not only comes with a beautiful life, but that it is necessary for one. We must find a way to live, and I mean truly live, within the storms, within hardship. We must be revolutionary with how we treat life's difficulties. We must be the animal we already are. We must be the windhawk. Take care, drive safe, and watch out for deer.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to talk at you very long, but I'm going to take one more opportunity to talk with our class of 25. I certainly don't want to try to, I wish I didn't have to follow those three. They were amazing. All three of them were amazing messages. And I think each amazing in a different way. Right? And so this is what I wanted to talk to you about just for a second. And it goes along very well with the last two speeches that you heard. Is you can do hard things. Okay, I said that to somebody the other day, that the hard thing was getting to this day. For some of you, that wasn't the hard thing, right? It was something else along the way that was hard. But you all experienced having to deal with something challenging and overcome it. I want to focus on these three areas of why this is a special class. Every class is unique and special in its own way, but really, this class, I think, in three different areas, has demonstrated a specialness. And if we think about the way the State High School League does that AAA award, that's what I'm going to talk about. Art, athletics, academics. We have amazing artists in this class. You heard some of them today in the performing arts. Our visual artists in this group are exceptional. And if you didn't get a chance to check out the senior art show, you missed out. Because we have some amazing, hang on to your hats, folks. Yep, here we go. We have amazing artists. We have accomplished athletes. We have several conference champions, state qualifiers, school record holders. We have high academic achievers, dozens of NHS members out here, hundreds of college credits earned over the last couple of years. And I checked this out this morning. Out of this graduating class of 220-something, we have 21 4.0 or higher GPAs sitting out here. Most importantly, the way I would define this class is this is a kind group of humans. These are good people that we are sending out into the world. Before I let you go, I want you to think about a time. I referenced each of you had something, whether it was in the arts, in athletics, or in academics, that was challenging in your 4 years. But you did it. That's the thing that we want you to leave here knowing. Okay, no matter what field you go in, whether you go into the workforce right away, or trades, or a 2-year, or a 4-year, or the military, it doesn't matter. It's going to be hard. At some point, you're going to think you can't do it. But you can. okay, because this group can do hard things. With that, we are going to recognize a senior who's not here. We are going to recognize our international exchange student, John Luca vom Hoff from Germany. He was a wonderful addition to our student body, and we hope that he enjoyed his time at Winona and Winona Senior High School. Our staff and students wish him the best of luck in all his future endeavors. Johnny's not here with us today. I think he's in New York, if I'm not mistaken. So he's not here, but we did want to recognize him. Could we give him a round of applause? Okay, we're getting close. Here we go. We'll now present the class of 2025 for the purpose of conferring the high school diploma. Mr. Brzezinski, members of the school board, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a pleasure to present to you these candidates for a high school diploma. By the powers vested in me by the state of Minnesota, the Board of Education for the Winona Area Public Schools, I hereby certify that the students in front of us today have met the requirements prescribed to receive a high school diploma from Winona Senior High School. Therefore, these students shall be conferred all the rights and privileges awarded to graduates from this educational institution. As the principal of Winona Senior High School, it is my honor to present these graduates with their diplomas. At this time, I would like to introduce the teachers who will be reading the names for the class of 2025. Mrs. Katie Passero, Social Studies. Mr. Steve Gilbertson, Social Studies. Ms. Abby Kapusman, Special Education. Ms. Tanya Corcoran, Art. And Ms. Erica Upton, Instructional Coach.
Dante Anthony Allen. Lucas Allen Allred. Blake Owen Anderson. Trayvon Matthew Bailey. Caleb Vincent Bauer. Evia Madison Bowick. Grayson Isaiah Baxter. Rudy Baylor. Alexis Catherine Bebout. Avery Lenore Beckman. Elena Christina Bell. Brady Patrick Benedict. Elliot Mario Bennick. Tanner Samuel Benson. Tyler Edward Bergler. Creighton James Bergstrom. Olivia Grace Burhow. Deborah Marie Bernay. Isaac Escobanez Washagijic Bernard. Arabella Rose Brzezinski. Jaden Dean Blank. Ashton Miller Boone. Joseph Braden Bork. Damian Lewis Boshears. Madeline Rebecca Boucher. Connor Owen Bradberg. Maya Rose Brand. Lacey Grace Marie Brandis. Kale Albert Bratland. Adriana Jade Brennigan. Matthew Radmir Bricko. Landon Sherman Levi Bryant. Mary Kathleen Burke. Brandon Allen Burkhalter. Rashad Mustafa Tyshawn Bush. Gracie May Adair Call. Leland James Capehart. Molly Ruth Casilius. Andrea Ashanti Dorothy Chambliss. Brooke Danielle Sherney. Ava Danielle Chick. Logan Neil Christensen. Clayton Wayne Cottrell. Rachel Elizabeth Cowgill. Patrick Kelly Curtin.
Ava Claire Dollenberg. Rebecca Danick. Wesley Gerald Davis. Aiden Jacob Delano. Jonalise Delgado. Alicia Lynn Dionysius. Sophia Maria Diotaleve. Aiden Marcos Deering. Anna Marie Doty. Olivia Christine Douglas. Cody James Duffseth. Lexi Elise Ebertowski. Sophia Marie Elo. John Allen Eichman. Owen Ray Ellefson. Damian Christian Allen Elliott. Gladys Joe Fellman. Michaela Ray Finnegan. Jillian Grace Fitzgerald. Val Lynn Fleming. Elijah Matthew Foss. Parker Allen Foster. Chloe Marie Frotsky. Savannah Lee Gable. Isabel Grace Gillespie. Kyrie Lillian Gamache. Riley Lynn Garcia. Kada Sky Gilligan. Anna Elizabeth Gilmer. Ashton Michael Glaze. Allison Lucille Glithero. Cheyenne Marie Gettleman. Willow Rose Gommels. Evelyn Elizabeth Gondola. Maya Rose Gorka. Piper Jade Guyette. Riley Edward Graham. Aaliyah Ruth Gricius. Asta Brynhild Griggs. Tristan Allen Hagen. Grayson Marie Hammernick. Cameron Edward Hancock. Mercedes Divine Renee Hanley. June Hang. Ryan Edward Hawks. Isaac James Heel.
Jonah Hernstein. Cadence Lee Harold. Benjamin Michael Hicks. Zachary Ryan High. Zoe Alexandra Rose Hill. Rollin Brady Holton. Max Starr Horick. Peyton Michael Howell. Sydney Marie Huguenin. Antonio Deshun Hunt. Malia Catherine Indra. Hannah Bell Irons. Jaslyn Maya Hyen. Sage Jacob Jaspers. Benjamin Christopher Johannes. Caden Ray Johnson. Gavin Charles Johnson. Adam Thomas Jones. Ruby Marie Kiesel. Valena Marie Kiesel. Duncan King. Adeline May Knutson. Akira Kong. Kaja Pearl Kovala. Colin William Craig. Stephen Fernando Kreisel. Kaylin Colleen Cronebush. Madison Ruth Kukowski. Grant Michael Langowski. Bowden Robert Larson. Jacob Keith Larson. Lenora Jean Leisure. Sharon Sandra Lemon. Sawyer Jeffrey Lepsch. Samuel Michael Luttrell. Ethne May Lorenz. Zoe Madison Loth. Jillian Christine Macon. Emma Jan Mandelko. Kristen Nilo Mangahas. Zikali Martinez Carbajal. Sasha Valerie Martinovich. Andrew Edward Mashka. Gavin Carl Mateka.
Carissa Jeanette Merkowitz. Colin James Mercier. Caleb Christian Meyer. Keely Rose Meyer. Joshua Ryan Miller. Abigail Sue Mitchell. Nevaeh Christina Mitchell. Landon Patrick Mohan. Alyssa Elizabeth Monfrida Thomas. Carson John Morkin. Ilea Ray Mueller. Caleb Stephen Mueller. Faith Emma Myers. Rain Neal. Reese Ami Nisulki. Damon James Noland. Olin Winter Overhog. Nina Michelle Paffrath. Isaac Anthony Palubicki. Eric James Pompu. Tyler Gregory Paulson. Sage Lee Marie Peterson. Hannah Jolie Pleasanton. Aiden Patrick Posance. Avon John Pradzinski. Dion Matthew James Prolo. Allison Lee Quinby. Hope Judith Quinn. Ryu Ray Ra. Justin Rivera Gomez. Kobe Caden Roberts. Erica Jean Rupert. Savannah Jean Sadler. Miguel Sanchez. David Rodriguez. Wyatt Edward Shellhaas. Lillian Heidi Sasho. McKenna Marie Schrader. Ella Rose Schultz.
Deanna Giselle Cerna Pasillas. Janessa Amory Shelton. Jacob Philip Sheridan. Joshua Edward Sheridan. Ava Joy Sayak. Abion Maurice Allen Smith. Nice catch. Abby Rose Snodgrass. Archer Snow. Haley Marie Spangler. Myron Howard St. George. Connor Stark. Livia May Stark. Jackson David Starzecki. Peyton Donald Steffes. Lauren Lynn Steinfeld. Theodore Byron Stoltman. Blake Thomas Steiba. Brianna Lou Steiba. John Michael Tentis. Michaela Ann Tesmer. Jacob Daniel Thompson. Will Nicholas Thompson. Morgan Alana Ty. Kelsey Joy Ulbrich. Alexis Judith Urbick. Chase Van Fossen. Kong Vang. Alida Lake Walters. Marcus DeCole Webster. Terrius Antoine White. Dontavian Demetrius Whiteside. Edwin Dale Wilkins. Aiden Michael Wilson. Danelle Isaiah Roger Wilson. Benjamin John Wisniewski. Garrett Matthew Wojan. Junior Kong Peng Zhang. Penelope Joa Zhang. Ruth Zhang. Sai Zhang. Sang Zhang. Hillary Dua Chi Yang. And Robert Quinn Yates.
Graduates, please stand, turn, and face your family, friends, and loved ones who are here to support you. At this time, please move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your graduation cap. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2025.